Hey guys, Aramis555 here. I'm hoping this is working okay. It seems to look good. Sorry I haven't made a video in so long. I'm really getting tired of saying that, but as you guys know, I'm really busy with school and work, and I'm unfortunately not having as much time as I usually do to play the Yugs. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is deck profile today. A lot of you guys have been waiting for this for quite a while, and I do apologize for that. This is none other than my Herald update. I did tell a couple people who were asking, like, it's pretty much the exact same as it was, excuse me, sorry guys, last format, but I have changed it now. Now, why I've changed it is generally just because, I mean, I like the Chaos version. I thought the Chaos version was really good, but the one problem I actually had with it was that, in all honesty, it didn't really, it wasn't consistent enough. Like, it was really good, but you did have like the BLS play and stuff, which was great. You know, BLS plus Herald's pretty nasty, but I mean, if you had a Herald on board and sometimes you draw like Gores or Tour Guide, you're just like, oh, this is dead. Or even Jin, like drawing Jin after you got the playoff was just completely dead. So I decided to kind of get away from that, and I went back to my Advanced Ritual Art Dark Factory version, and I've been playtesting on Dueling Network. I know that really doesn't mean a lot, but it's been testing extremely well. I'm really happy with it, and I mean, I personally feel like it is the best way to play the deck. I mean, some people are playing the transmodify version as well with what's it called, Tethys. I tested that a lot. The problem with it is that you get all these draw cards like Magical Mallet or Upstart Goblin or whatever, and they don't work that well if you don't have Tethys on the board. So I've kind of tried to stay away from it. I'm not really a huge fan. Sorry guys, I'm just putting together my extra deck for you really quick here. But, I mean, it's one of those situations where it's like, well, what can you do? I think this is 15 cards. Let me just count really quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I got one too many. I'll just show you guys 16. This isn't the actual extra deck, but I haven't really confirmed. I mean, I could drop out Angel Azera. That's probably what I'd take out. But, yeah, this is pretty much the stuff that you would ideally run this deck. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So starting things off, you have your 3 Herald of Perfection. Sorry, alties there, kind of a glare. I hope you guys like my new camera, by the way. You can see, unfortunately, normally I have a lot more room, but on the live, or the screening, the filming thing on YouTube like this, it kind of cuts off the edges, but my camera's usually widescreen, which is really nice. Now the old one wasn't. Yeah, 3 Herald of Perfection, you have to run 3. I was playing Chaos Agents, and as good as it was, the problem with it, I found, was that if you didn't draw BLS or Hyperion, and I was like not drawing Hyperion at all, I was just having really bad luck, then you lose because the deck just runs out of steam. Like, even though you have Tour Guide, you have Venus, and you have all those plays, you just run out of steam and you just get out-advantaged eventually. And Hyperion's your advantage engine, so if you don't draw them, you pretty much lose. So Herald's just basically like, okay, here's my crutch. Herald's my crutch. So I special the Herald, and then everything else that I summon potentially is just a plus engine on top of the Herald, where Herald lets me control the game, which I really like. Especially because a lot of people aren't running traps anymore, but the few that are, they're running busted traps, like Return from the Different Dimension. And you guys will see what I'm running, and it's actually testing, like, even against dragons, it's amazing, because we all know a lot of dragon players are running Raigeki Break and stuff now. 2 Kristyas, have to run 2. I'd run 3 if it was at 3, but sadly it is not. 3 Master Hyperion, I'm running 6 targets. Earth is back to 3. I am not running 2 Earth, I'll explain why. I may go to 3 Earth, just because it adds consistency in that first turn play. But, I mean, generally, Earth doesn't do anything for the deck, other than giving something for somebody to run over. So, 3 Venus you have to run. Ideally, you want to open with this, but, I mean, you do run the 2 Earths. That does help you get to Venus faster. Now, like I said, I don't feel like 3 is really as important in this build, just because, I mean, I can dump these guys in the graveyard anyways with Herald, so I feel like it makes Hyperion a little more consistent. Now, for my 6th target, I'm running Jupiter. Now, somebody might be like, why are you running Jupiter? It's bad. I don't play against Evil Swarm a lot. None of my friends play it. Brendan plays it, or he used to play it, but he thought it was boring, so he put it away, which I agree. It's a really boring deck. But the reason I play this is because it's potentially a 2600 beater. Now I can banish, a agent in my graveyard, and then special, or boost this guy or any other fairy on the field up by 800. I believe it's any fairy. Yes. So basically, yeah, he can put himself at 26 and gets over Ophion, which is really nice. I also like him because he's a level 4, so he has a little bit of consistency with Manju. If I have a Manju on board, he survives a turn. Summon the Jupiter XYZ and make the very lovely. The only rank 4 I run is Pile Dynamo, but this guy's so good, like super, super good. Obviously, he works with Honest, so that's great. But Manju searches out your Heralds. He searches out your ritual spells. Generally, most of the time, you're going to open up with a Herald. But I mean, say if you open an Advanced Ritual Art and the Manju, you're like, okay, I'm going to summon Manju and search out Herald. That'll mean your Preparation of Rites might be dead later on, but generally you've probably won. The person's rage quit at that time. So next up for kind of tech cards, I'm running 2 Herald of Orange Light. I was running 3 of this in my Chaos Agents. I love it. It's a great card. I feel like 3 is too many, but only because I'm running Herald. I mean, it's basically like an Orange Light on crack. So, I mean, this is just kind of like if I don't get off Herald, it just adds some consistency, sets up Kristya plays, and once again, it's a level 2 tuner, so that's really good. My last tech card I'm running is Gellenduo. I freaking love this guy. I finally got 2 Secrets First Deads for really cheap. It's an amazing card. I mean, it just adds consistency. You just set it, and like, it can't be destroyed by battle, so it just sits there. It's better than Marshmallow because Marshmallow can be negated by. I mean, Dolka, obviously Dino Rabbit's not a card anymore, so I mean, technically some people might be like, oh well, why aren't you running Marshmallow? I mean, Marshmallow's a better card. Marshmallow is good because you do the 1000 burn. I agree, but I mean, yes, I do have 3s in here as well, but I find like I have more 4s in the deck, so this is potentially another 4 I can XYZ with, which is really good. And I mean, just the fact that you contribute it and get Kristya or Hyperion on the board, potentially not for free, but as a 1-for-1, it's quite good. And I just in testing, I found it's really good. Like even against Dragon players, because they're only out to it's like, okay, I have to Draco Sack or I have to Blaster it. Otherwise, they can't punch over it. So I had a guy return from a different dimension to me, and then what happened? He returned from the different dimensions. I had the Gellenduo set, and he like specialed them all and like tried to punch over it, and it was Gellenduo, and he was like pretty upset. He ended up adding a bunch of stuff in the end phase, but then I think what did I do? I can't remember. I won that duel anyways, but I mean, return's really busted, but I mean, if you play it right, you can still win the duel. And then Honest, obviously you have to run because everything in here is light fairies basically. So on for my vanillas, we have 3 Shine Balls. That's for Venus. It also works really well with ARA because you can dump the Shine Ball and Dunames Dark Witch. This just got reprinted in Joey's Worlds, and it's an Ultra, which is sick. I'm glad I waited and didn't get rares for like $5. Beautiful looking Ultra too, but this is a bit like I like Spirit of the Heart because you can set it and it's 2000 wall, but Thunder King's not as much of an issue anymore. So I find these cards better just because sometimes just summoning an 1800 beater is really good. And once again, this is level 4, so it helps out with making Paladynamo, which can come in handy sometimes. But yeah, very very good card. And you dump it and a Shine Ball, and that's 6, which equals Herald, and then right away your factory is live, so that's really really good. And then 1 Gyakutenno Megami. And then for hand traps, I'm just running 2 Maxx. So that's 28 monsters onto the spells. So 3 Preparation of Rites. I actually may test, I'm running Upstart Goblins in here, but I may test out Pod Duplicity. I know that might sound bad because I'm running all fairies except for Maxx, but you do XYZ and stuff sometimes, and then Gotchi's also a card. So I mean, I might test out 1. We'll see. I probably won't. Because it's running so well, I don't want to disrupt how well it's running. But sometimes you draw these and they're dead because you already have your, all your heralds in the graveyard or one on the board, and you just like don't have any more targets left. You draw on them all. I hate when you draw them all too. 2 Upstarts is just filler, gets your stuff quicker, and I really didn't see anything else in the deck I wanted to run. I was like, what else can I run here for spells? And I was like, well, I could run Book of Moon, but I mean, I don't need it. So I just kind of opted against it because ideally, if I draw Book of Moon and I don't go, like if I go first turn Herald, Ophion isn't coming out in the field anyways, and if he is, he can't use his effect to search because I'm just going to blow him up, and they know that. So ideally what the issue is that if I open Book of Moon to get over Ophion, they're just going to use their thing to stop him anyways, and I'm still in a bad position, so it just doesn't really make any difference. 2 Dark Factories, this card's really good. If you open it and you're without the Herald play, it's not that great. It can be a dead draw. I also really like this though because as we all know, Venus, after the first Venus, you special 2 Shine Balls. The Shine Balls are dead. or the Venuses are dead, I should say. You have no more Venus plays. This actually allows you to do more Venus plays, which is cool because you can add back the Shine Balls, and then you still have one in the deck, and you can make a Dark Mist, or you can make another Gotchi, or Orange Light, or whatever whatever you didn't make yet. So it opens up plays. 2 Advanced Ritual Art, after on 2. I wish it was at 3. Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. And 1 Dawn. This is the one card I'm like, I don't know if I need it, but I mean, it's still great just to have it. For consistency's sake. That's another reason I run Jupiter, is if you summon Earth, search out Jupiter, you play Dawn, tribute the Earth and the Jupiter, and then you banish the Dawn, add back the Earth, and you're still in a great position. Or you can even add back the Jupiter, and then you have a 2600 beater next turn. So, I mean, that's really good, too. And then on to the traps, just 2 Royal Decree. Now, the reason I'm running Decree is that I side deck Vanity's Emptiness. I don't like main decking it. I mean, people will not side MST against this deck. They'll generally side it out. So, in really, really nice turn of events, you can side in your Vanity's Emptiness if you're playing a really heavily special summoning deck, and you win. And people forget how busted this card is. I mean, with MST being played less and less now, it's just a really, really good card. And, I mean, once again, it is really good against dragons. Like, I've had games where the guy's, flipped up return, or he's basically eliminated my whole hand with Herald. His last play is, the Sept back row, and he'll, flip up the return, pays half his life points, and I'm just Decree, and I'm just, rage quit. And it actually happens quite a bit. So, it's just a really good card, and, I mean, it shuts down plays. Water shuts down their freaking sphere and stuff, so, really good card. So on to the extra deck, I'll show you guys really quick. So Paladino, that's a for sure. Leviathan, Levier, Temtempo. I like Temtempo. He gets over, problem XYZs. Zenmains. I don't have rank 3 XYZ that much, honestly. I probably could cut Temtempo out and run another, excuse me, Gotchi. For rank 2s, we have Dark Mist, way too good. Pure Light, love this card. Grab back Hyperion, very handy. Gachi. That's it for XYZs. Synchros, Crimson Blader. Like I said, I did get an Angel of Zera, so I was going to test this guy out, but I mean, I'm at 16 cards, so I may just drop him out. I think 15. Scrap Dragon. Stardust, another card I could drop out. You really don't need it with Herald on board. Black Rose is my only 7. I don't run Ancient Fairy Dragons. It's just not consistent enough. It relies on you having Earth on the board for a turn. And with the Venus play, I end up dropping down below your opponent's life points a lot of times, so it makes the Ancient Sacred Wyvern kind of pointless. So, good card though. Gaia Knight for the only ranks, or level 6, Catastor, and 1 Armory Arm, because the Venus Armory Arm play is really good. So that's the deck, guys. I hope it was worth the wait. Sorry, it's like a 13-minute video. But I will have another profile for you guys. I've been playtesting Fire King, Fire Fists. Thanks to SS Jason for the inspiration. Deck's really good, actually. I was playing against Brendan's decks, and I 2-0'd him several times with it, because Pharaonix is a card, and it's really, really good. And if they get over 1, you still get another one, so that's pretty awesome. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to comment down below, because I really want to know what you guys think of the deck. Anyways, peace!